What's up, everybody? This is BB Davis, and you're locked in with me right here at the Scope Report, where sports and gaming is the exquisite fusion, and I am on cloud numberless because it is the most wonderful time of the year. So happy holidays, everyone. I hope your Thanksgiving has been great, and I hope that you got fed well. And if you paid it forward and you helped families in need like we did, that's a joy. So now, for a lot of us who participate here on YouTube, on our respective channels, we celebrate this thing called Vlogmas. So yes, Vlogmas goes down on two of my channels continuously. And that will be my cigar channels, Cigar St. Sister and Cigar St. Sister Live. I will leave the links. And then I am publisher and founder at 1021 Magazine. We're in our revamp stages for the official website. And that will be revamped for 2020. But you can still catch up with what we're doing right here on YouTube. That's 1021 Magazine. Also want to show love again because this is Founders Day week. That starts since Sunday, and that is love to the Order of the Eastern Star Prince Hall affiliation, sisters and brothers in the Order of the Star, Eastern Star, PHA, Prince Hall affiliation. Happy Founders Day to us, shining to the East, illuminating for 145 years. So happy Founders Day, everybody. Okay, what a weekend for sports. College, NFL, some upsets, and I can't believe it. 'Tis the season to be jolly. Okay, had to bring the joy in. Now this is live stream, so that means live stream with chat. You can come chat with me, state your opinions, and it will grow as it comes along. One thing that I do love about YouTube, they have their policies in place. If you are a YouTuber or if you're visiting to YouTube, they've changed a lot to secure the verbiage of how you carry on a conversation with someone in comments. So they have rolled that part out, something different for quite some time. So none of that abusive content will be tolerated. They just want to keep it as much of a safe place as possible. And then speaking of safe place, also for the creators, you have all kinds of creators. If anyone saw the 60 Minutes on yesterday, they showed different clippings of different YouTubers. And some of them I happen to actually watch, like Nikocado Avocado with the mukbangs, because I am the mukbang muse. On some of my channels, I do eat and talk, and that's what it is. So I'm very sure they got a nice little buzz from that, because it just shows a lot of the top trending YouTubers, and they talked about the safetiness of what's happening, because you got different content that's coming from different YouTubers. And they sat down and they spoke with the CEO, and so they're starting to streamline things, but still giving people the voice to have freedom of speech, but not the colorful, disrespectful and vulgar and violency type stuff. They're trying to go ahead and eliminate it out. So whenever you finish filming right here on YouTube, if you've seen this change, it prompts you to say whether this particular content is made for children, and you have to pick yes or no. Then they ask a second question. Does your content the way you create it, is it okay for those 18 and up? So I love that. I love how they have rolled out these things to just make it a lot more better, because you know the numbers were astounding on how many people watch YouTube, and it was just really good that I caught that segment. So hope you're settled in. I'm settled in, and I'm drinking my coffee. We might have a little bit of buffering happening, but it's okay. The groove here. And we're going to talk about some sports. So welcome to the live stream with me, BB Davis, where BB loves sports, where sports and gaming is the exquisite fusion. So we're just going to start with the NFL here. The games that went down shook up some things. This is week 13 as we move toward 17. The Bears faced off with the Lions. The Bears would win that 24-20. That's in the same division as my Packers. So we really couldn't say you beat this, you beat that. I mean, it would have been better if the Lions would have won, since they're the last in our division. Then you have the New Orleans Saints facing off with the Falcons. Falcons have been making some noise. Really good game here, but the Saints would hold on to this one 25-18. The 49ers, who went undefeated for a long time, okay, just caught another L. And that was given and served by the Ravens. The final score on that one, 2017. The Browns and the Steelers faced off. Steelers dominated. What's up, Terrible Towers? Steeler Nation. Final score 2013. Redskins faced off with the Panthers. 29 for the Redskins, who wasn't making completely hardly any noise all season. See, that's how it happens. And how they'll dish you an L even when they have no chance to get into the playoffs or the championships or head to the Super Bowl. But they'll get in and then all of a sudden just start giving you the RSVP of the L's. L. So that's what happened there. The Buccaneers and the Jaguars faced off. Buccaneers would win that one 28-11. The Raiders and the Chiefs. No surprise there. But I thought the Raiders would have scored a little bit more, but final score 40-9. 9 for the Raiders, 40 for the Chiefs. Then you have the Chargers and the Broncos. Really good game here. Broncos will win by 3, 20-23. That last play right there, before the kicker got the 3 points, this really shouldn't have happened, but you know, carry on. The Rams faced off with the Cardinals. They would win that one 34-7. And the Packers, my Packers, they would win over the Cardinals 31-13. They face off with the Giants. Where's my glasses? Oh, this Christmas brightness is just getting to me. That's my story. I'm sticking with it. It's been a long night. So the Giants are just still paying for that bad juju, how everything went down with Eli Manning, and that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Just a very, very dismal season. So, okay. The Rams and the Cardinals, 34-7. Rams would win that one. But the game that was the stunner for Sunday was the Texans and the Patriots. Now, earlier in the season, we saw Watson. You know, he was not being protected enough, where he was getting a lot of sacks. Couldn't really get that rhythm going, which we all know he has. Like my fellow commentators, they were saying, you know, when he made the comment, it was so great playing against a quarterback that he looked up to, and he was talking about Tom Brady. But hey, my feet are wet. I'm a quarterback. I must lead my team. Starry eyes could come before or after. Pretty much it should be after, or it may not be anymore. You know, but the Texans and their routes and the dominance of the defense, the offense, those plays, everything was just man-on-man coverage. Couldn't get anything open. Brady couldn't get anything open. So the first half was just a stunner to everybody. A complete stunner. Like stunned. STUNN. ING. My father in Tampa is a big Patriots fan. And I know that it was just unbelievable. People just couldn't believe it. But the Texans would win this one, 28-22. So tonight's game for Monday Night Football goes down at 8:15 p.m. The Vikings face off with the Seahawks. This is going to be a really good game. It's going to be an important game. Now let's go to the standings, and we're going to talk about it. Again, this is live chat. And if you're about your sports and you want to come in and you want to talk about it, we can do that. Let's start with the NFC. I usually start with the AFC, but we're going to start with the NFC. In the NFC East, you have the Cowboys, the Eagles, the Redskins, and the Giants. Giants is at the bottom. That's why I was like, if we lose to the Giants, because I had a couple of Giant fans try to call me and everything. We deserve not to go anywhere if that's the case. But the Packers did win that one. And the Redskins are 3-9. Giants 2-10. The Eagles are 5-7. And the Cowboys are 6-6. But here's the thing. You just keep playing well because you don't know who's going to hand someone who's above you a L. Because that's what happens when you're down to the wire. And this is the wire, where you're down to the wire. Some of those dismals could just come up and then they just start handing you L's. So then someone in a 6-6 position could possibly rise on up there. Possibly. In the NFC West, you have the 49ers, the Seahawks, the Rams, the Cardinals. The 49ers, despite their 2 losses, they still lead the NFC West, followed behind the Seahawks. I mean, right there knocking at the door. The Rams are 7-5, the Cardinals are 3-8. Now here, if the Rams win tonight, that would throw them right up even with the 49ers, but they would still stay second place. And the Packers, is just one up from the Vikings when you look at the NFC North. Packers 9-3, Vikings 8-3, Bears 6-6, Lions 3-8-1, which was like that tie. So if the Seahawks wins over the Vikings, then they're going to be in a nice position right there with the 49ers. And that's not a good scenario, say, for the Packers. But if the Vikings win tonight and serve the Seahawks the L, the Rams have a chance to possibly come on up, possibly. But then we would be even. The Packers with the Vikings, it'll be 9-3. Okay, NFC North, moving on. 10-2. So now, let's start right there before I go into the rest of them. It will be the three of them knocking on the door before the Packers. Because the Saints is 10-2. 49ers 10-2. The Seahawks is 9-2. But if they win tonight, they'll be right. That's gotta be 3. The Buccaneers in the NFC South is 5-7. Panthers 5-7. Falcons 3-9. See, those who know that they don't have a chance at all getting into these championships and these playoffs, they will a lot of times deal those L's and then just start shaking everything up. So that's not what we want done. And then you're going to be waiting for whoever's going to be clinching those divisions and all that good stuff. Now, going back over here to the AFC. AFC East. You have the Patriots, the Bills, the Jets, the Dolphins. AFC West. The Chiefs, the Raiders, the Broncos, the Chargers. AFC North, Ravens, Steelers, Browns, Bengals. AFC South, Texans, Titans, Colts, and Jaguars. Who's knocking on the door over here? Of course, the Patriots, 10-2. But they're not alone. Right there with them is the Ravens, 10-2. And you have the Texans with an 8-4 and the Chiefs with an 8-4. But before them, you have the Bills with a 9-3. The Bills have been looking pretty good. So right now, as far as calling it, even with the information that we have now, it's really close to tell about anybody, because everybody has found themselves in these different scenarios, and then whoever you play off with, that's going to be something else. So let's go see who they face off with for next week. And just go ahead and get my picks on out the way. 14 of 17. But I'm going to do my picks to some music for the holidays. So let's see what we have here. We're going to do some Carol of the Bells. Okay? The Cowboys face off with the Bears. This could be an upset coming this Thursday. but we shall see. Because the Bears have nothing to lose. They do. So they need to win that game. That will be on Thursday. Now, and that's going to be on Sunday. And for that, I would say that could go either way. It could either be the Buccaneers or the Colts. The Ravens and the Bills. D-line, O-line, secondary, first downs, connecting, cohesively flowing. But you could say the same thing with a little bit more edge and grit with the Ravens. The Bills need to maintain their win, and so does the Ravens. So we're going to see how this goes down on Sunday. Lions and Vikings. This is in the division. So, of the lesser two, the Lions need to win over the Vikings. Packers face off with the Redskins. We definitely need to win this. If we don't against the Redskins, I don't know. But because, you know, they've had these little wins here. See, those are windfalls that they have. Look at that tape and just kind of see where they're going. Just like I feel like they should have looked at the tape when Seattle beat the 49ers, and then the 49ers stomped on the Packers. Okay, Broncos and Texans. That's going to be a good game, too, because if you saw any indication of what happened on yesterday between both teams facing off with different people, how the headlines are reading with the Texans beating the Patriots, that's going to be a good game. Broncos had that do or die situation, and that kicker saved the day, and that was it. So that means that they're going to play all the way down to the wire, no matter what. The 49ers face off with the Saints. This is going to be a popping game. This whole week right here is going to be popping. Because you can't count out the Saints. And you sure can't count out the 49ers. And they both need that win. But hey, I'm predicting we both could see them going into overtime. That's what I'm going to say about that one. And also maybe the Ravens. Ravens and the Bills. Okay, Bengals and Browns. Bengals did okay this weekend. Throughout the controversy that happened with that rodeo helmet style boop boop. The Browns did okay. They just suffered taking that L. So with this one, it's evenly matched. I'm not going to call these right now. But the Panthers face off with the Falcons. And this is going to be another one of those situations where you could even say they're in the hunt. But it's going to be a good game to watch, nevertheless. The Dolphins and the Jets. Dolphins have been looking pretty electric a little bit. But the Jets, same thing, but both of them, but more worse for the Dolphins, off more than on. So I would have to say the Jets will probably reading this. That should be a pretty good game, though. And the Chiefs and the Patriots. You know the Chiefs are looking at that tape. And you also know that the Patriots are looking at that, because that first half, it was just like nothing going on with the Patriots. Just nothing. Just like that. Tunnel vision. Snap out of it. That's going to be a good game. Steelers face off with the Cardinals. Titans face off with the Raiders. Seahawks face off with the Rams. And the Giants face off with the Eagles. That, though, okay. Well, let me just go ahead and call it. Let's just have some fun here and be done. We'll see if I get obliterated or not. Cowboys and Bears. I say that statistically, Cowboys. But the Bears might give an upset. So I'm going to go ahead with the Cowboys. Buccaneers and Colts. I'm going to go with the Buccaneers. I know I paused on that, but the Ravens and the Bills. This is going to be very, very interesting. I'm going to go with the Bills. But it's going to be close. Packers and Redskins. I'm going with the Packers, not because I'm a fan, but they should be able to pull this one out. But don't let your guard down on the Redskins, because like they have nothing to lose except for to give you L's to get you out of the running. 49ers and Saints. I think the Saints has the edge on this one. They can adjust real good with their game plays and getting their first, second, and third downs, you know. But the 49ers like that fast pace. They like to keep that fast pace up, so you just have to see about that. Panthers and Falcons. This is like no dog in the fight. So it'll be interesting to see those two meet up. And the Falcons might give a nice edge, but it's going to be some nice moments there to see both of those quarterbacks go head to head. Chargers and Jaguars. I'm going to rock with the Chargers on this one. And that play from last night, hopefully. That last play before the field goal, you know, if you watch the game. Titans and Raiders. I'm going with the Titans. Colts and Buccaneers, I already said that. Lions and Vikings, we definitely want the Lions to win that one as far as with the NFC and our division. Hand the Vikings the L. And then Seattle hand the Vikings the L tonight. Then the Packers are still in really good position. Bengals and Browns. I'm going to rock this time with the Browns. Dolphins and Jets. I'm going with the Jets, but it could be an upset. Chiefs and Patriots. Ooh! The Chiefs, you know they're going to be looking at that film and trying to see about doing that job of shutting them down like the Texans did last night. If the Patriots have something else to offer than what they did last night, I would go for the Patriots, but I believe the wild card on this one may be the Chiefs. Statistically, if they just go ahead and wake up and adjust things, the Patriots, but we shall see. And the Steelers and the Cardinals. Definitely going with the Steelers. The Seahawks faces off with the Rams. And those are all Sunday games. And with that one, I'm going with the Seahawks, but the Ram can give a nice L, so you just have to see. Cowboys and Bears face off on Thursday night. And then next Monday night, football is going to be the Eagles and the Giants. And neither one of them are in the hunt. But it's just going to be good to see. All right. So now, moving on from that. Saturday games were outstanding. Now, let's just get into it. A lot of people were not happy at all between the rivalry matchup of Clemson and USC Gamecocks. We don't know. Some heads may be rolling. 38-15 3. Right there in William Bryce Stadium. I don't know. I'd be kind of looking out there. See about some coach changings. You'll see. We'll see. But that's always a good matchup there for college. And then you have Appalachian State and Troy. Appalachian would win that one 48-13. Michigan and Ohio State. Now that was a good, I'm telling you, this past week it was just been phenomenal. Matchups, the rivalry, all that. Okay. But Ohio State would dominate 56-27. Then Georgia faced off with Georgia Tech 52-7. Georgia would win that. And Alabama and Auburn 48-45. Sweet home Alabama. Those plays were beautiful. Especially that play with, I can't think of the young man's name, but he had like all 4 of the teammates behind him, running them right on into the end zone, right? They had him covered. And then one came up right there on the right. The other guy pointed, you know, for anybody who would try to include themselves. Okay, from Alabama. Alabama couldn't even get near them. They had him blocked up and on the side locked up. And then they all fell on him and cheered after that TD. That was a beautiful play. I was watching that game. I had to rewind it because it was just so beautiful. But yes, daggered. What a dagger for Alabama. Baylor and Kansas. Baylor would whip it down 61-6. Rutgers and Penn State. Penn State is not playing with anybody. 27-6. Notre Dame and Stanford. Notre Dame would take this win 45-24. And Wyoming and Air Force. Air Force would take it 20-6. So, with that in mind, let's wrap this up. Because I gotta go. It's Cyber Monday. I gotta be online looking for stuff. And then I gotta get out and about. Happy Vlogmas. Let's just go to the real nitty gritty here. In the Big Ten East, you have Ohio State, Penn State, Michigan, Indiana, M-State, Maryland, and Rutgers. And that's in the East. In the West, Big Ten, you have Wisconsin, Minnesota, Iowa, Illinois, Nebraska, Purdue, and Northwestern. ACC, no shocker there. Clemson with that 8-0, Louisville 5-3, Wake Forest 4-4, Boston College 4-4, Florida State 4-4, Syracuse 2-6, and NC State 1-7. And that's for the ACC Atlantic. For the ACC Coastal, you have Virginia, Virginia Tech, University of Miami, Pittsburgh, UNC, Tar Heels, Duke, and then Georgia Tech. Conference USA in the East, you have Florida Atlantic, Western Kentucky, Marshall. Then you have the Charlotte 49ers. And you have the Middle Tennessee and Old Dominion. In In the West, you have UAB, LA Tech, Southern Miss, North Texas, UTSA, Rice, and UTEP. In the FBS, you have Notre Dame, New Mexico State, University of Massachusetts, Army, Liberty, and BYU. Mid-American, Central, Michigan, Western Michigan, Ball State, Northern Illinois, Toledo, Eastern Michigan, and that's the MAC West. MAC East, Miami, Ohio, Kent State, Ohio, Buffalo, Bowling Green, and Akron. Mountain West, you got Hawaii, San Diego State, Nevada, UNLV, Fresno State, San Jose State, and that's in the West. In the mountain, you have Boise State, Air Force, Utah State, Wyoming, Colorado State, and New Mexico. Pac-12, Utah, USC, California, UCLA, Arizona State, Colorado, and Arizona. That's in the South. Pac-12 in the North, Oregon, Washington, Oregon State, California, Sanford, and Washington State. SEC for the East, you have Georgia, Florida Gators, Tennessee, Kentucky, Missouri, Gamecocks, and Vanderbilt. SEC West, LSU, Alabama, Auburn, Texas A&M, MS State, Mississippi, Arkansas. And last is the Sun Belt. Lafayette, Arkansas State, LA Monroe, Texas State, South Alabama. That's Group A. Group B, Appalachian State, Georgia Southern, Georgia State, Troy, and Coastal. So, with all of this, with the top AP 25 standings, goes a little bit like this. LSU is number 1. Number 2, Ohio State. Number 3, Clemson. 4 is Georgia. 5 is Utah. 6, Oklahoma. 7, Florida Gators. 8 is Baylor. And 9 is Alabama. Roll Tide. Number 10 is Wisconsin. 11 is Auburn. 12 is Penn State. 13 is Oregon. Notre Dame. 19, Appalachian State. 20, Cincinnati. 21, Virginia. 22, 23 is Navy. USC, California. 24, and Air Force. 25. So we have a lot going on with both in the NFL and in college. And definitely with the NFL, we're just going to have to see if someone allows that L, how that's going to affect them getting down to the wire. The Iron Bowl with Alabama and Auburn was nice. Really good football. Very engaging. But there can only be one winner. But that's it for me, everybody. Let me throw out some Christmas cheer before I'm out of here. Thank you for logging into the live stream whenever you log in to BB Love Sports. And more will be coming. This you can be sure.
Introducing Hefty Slider Bag.
Now,
Easy to stand.
I don't know what you're going to do for the rest of your day, but make sure you negotiate for Cyber Monday. Because everything's negotiable. It says SANTZ. SANTZ. So, thank you for logging in. I'm BB, and you're at the Scope Report, where sports and gaming is the exquisite fusion.
Ho, ho,
All right, everybody. And also, too, because this is also Tech Talk, download the app Santa Tracker. They have some other trackers there, but I love Santa Tracker by Google because you get to now at the start of December start playing some of the games, and then it leads up to Santa getting in the sleigh. That's a beautiful moment that you can sit around, being a child at heart, or with your children, your nieces, nephews, whatever the situation, and just watch Santa take off, and then they give you all these updates timely on where he is and dropping off gifts and how close it gets to you. And I always download the app. So it's December the 2nd. My app is downloaded. So it's called Santa Tracker by Google. I love it. It's fun. It's very interactive. And it really keeps you a kid at heart. So happy holidays, everyone. 'Tis the season to be jolly, and more BB Love Sports to come. And I thank you for being right here locked in with me. This has been a pleasure. So now we have a new stream here. You know, they update those things and you just be like, how do I get to my stopping point or whatever? All right, there we go. Have yourself a happy holiday. Have a great Cyber Monday. Make sure that you stay safe out here in these streets as well, because this is that time of year where people will try to be on their yang. So I wish you so much yin and more to come from me, BB. Thanks for locking in. Really appreciate that. Bye-bye.